Hi guys, welcome to another quick inform video. So today we're actually doing the review of the new LG X Charge. So this of course is the newest device that Boost Mobile has released, and here it is in all its glory. So yeah, let's get to it. So as you can see in the front, you actually have your front facing camera and a front facing flash, so that's pretty cool about that. Then you have your nice LG logo on the bottom. On the right you have your power button. So there you go, it's power button. On the left, you have your volume up and volume down. Then as well, your SIM tray and SD card slot right there. See, there you go, so you can see it. And then in the back, you have your nice camera with rear flash. So this one does have a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. And we'll get to that more in the video. So let's go ahead and turn on. It does have, it's an LG phone, so it does have the knock knock feature, which I actually personally like. So you can turn on by, knocking on the screen twice. And there we go. So let's get to it. Calls are very, very crisp on this phone. You can hear everything perfectly fine. There's no rattling or anything like that. But like I always say in all my videos, it depends on the coverage. Where you're at. So of course, if you don't have the best service, it's not going to sound the best. And if you have pretty good service like I do right now, of course it's going to sound pretty good. Text messaging, you get your standard Android texting. So let's just say and then of course you get Android Messenger, so you can see here, and then you can see the emojis. We have emojis as well. These are the ones that come with it, but of course you can change your keyboard and all that stuff. So I know a lot of you guys asked me about these, about the emojis and all that stuff. So let's check this again. And what I like about this keyboard is you can put stickers and a bunch of other cool stuff. And you can even record your voice. So that's how you do that. The second thing we want to look at, or the next thing, is the camera. Now, I want to get to this point of the video just because I must say the camera is not the best, guys. It looks so grainy for some reason, even though it has autofocus. Let's see. Like, look at my hand. I know you guys can't really see it, but here, your hand just looks so grainy and miscolored, like, let's see if I can get this to focus, and there we go. I do give it that the autofocus is pretty good on this. It does take a little sec for it to autofocus, but after it focuses, it really does a really good job on that. The colors look a little bit kind of blurry, I must say, but the main thing about it is that autofocus is amazing. Like I said, it's not the fastest autofocusing camera, but it definitely does a good job. It's not the slowest. Especially the front-facing one, that's where it gets even worse. I don't know if you see it, but I do not look that pale. I'm not that pale. I'm a little white, but overall, not that pale. I just got a fresh haircut too, so let me know what you think about this haircut. I said, okay, did the barber do a good job? Yeah. So shout out to the barber, if he did a good job. It's decent for selfies and videos. It's just that the color palette is not the best, I would say, that they use with this camera. I mean, it's 5 megapixels, it's not, the best, so I cannot complain. I don't look bad. The camera doesn't make you look chubby or skinny or anything like that. It's just that the colors are not true toned ones, Of course, it has the skin tone, so I can make myself look even more if I have makeup or something like that, or lowered it and it looks a little bit more, you can see more imperfections. So there we go. So like I said, it's not the best camera, but it's not the worst. I've seen worse cameras, and overall I think it's okay, especially for the price point. You're not getting this phone for the camera quality, of course. And video taken as well, it records up to 1080. And I will show you guys some videos on how it records, so you can see how it is for yourself. So I'll include that in this video, guys. Hey guys, so today we're doing a front-facing camera test on the LG X Charge. As you can see, I am facing out of the window, or basically have a nice window shot, so there's a lot of light coming in. So you should be able to see me now. If we go this way, of course, the light's on my back, so you won't be able to see. But here we go. This is the best shot that you'll be able to get. It looks a little kind of grainy almost. I don't know, it doesn't look as sharp as other phones, but hey, it's a nice little camera. So this is basically like an outside shot almost. An outside shot from the light, coming in. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look. So it is recording me now from the back camera. So as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference. It looks a little bit better, but still not the best quality, honestly. But it is what it is. So now let's go. So I don't take up much time doing this. Now the next thing is it does have its own gallery app. That's what I like about it. Most times it comes with the Google Photos. This one actually has its own gallery app. As you can see, here are some pictures and videos that I took that I will upload as well in this video. Now, streaming on here, or watching any kind of videos or anything like that on the Google Chrome, of course, is nice and smooth, thanks to its strong processor. So there's not much lag at all. So everything looks amazing. Images render pretty quick. As you can see, it does its job. So like any browser, it does good. I've actually had some phones where the browser actually sucks. Even with the Google Chrome, then like I said, that just depends on the processor. Overall, the Play Store is nice. Of course, you get your Google Apps. As you can see, there is no home button, there's no all app button, app drawer button at all. There should be a way to get it, and I'll explore more of that in another video. But overall, here's the apps that it comes with. As you can see, it has Manager, File Manager, which I love, Smart Cleaning. It's a real nice app. Most LGs come with this, and most phones come with this now. So instead of you guys having to download a Smart Cleaner app, don't do it. Most of the times it's either like spam, advertisement, or virus or something like that, So overall, you can just click delete and it cleans your phone. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Shows you downloads, LG Smart Switch, and Smart World. Then here's some apps that I have downloaded, but we'll get more to that in just a sec. Let me show you some cool features that this phone has. I like that it does have tethering mobile hotspot. That's a nice feature to have. Now if you go to calls, you can actually block call blocking and decline with messages. That's one really cool thing that I like about this. So you can decline with a message. So if you, let's say you want to decline a call, you can be like, hey, I'm busy, or I'm taking a shower, blah, blah, blah. You can block numbers. That's really nice. Most phones don't have this feature. Some do, but at least this one does. And then private numbers, you can reject all calls from private numbers. So digital filter as well is nice. So block calls based on the starting or any digits in their number. So let's say you don't want to get a call from a 252 area code. You can actually do that, and any calls come from my 252 area code, it will be blocked right away. So that's very cool to have. That's some cool features. About that, of course, you can make the font size bigger, and then with the sounds, here we go. So you can actually enable knock on, so it's the knock, you can enable it or disable it and all that cool stuff on there. So that's how you do that. Now let's go ahead and get into the gaming, which is the processor of this phone. Of course, it's rocking a very strong octa-core. I wouldn't say the strongest one, but definitely it's a really good one. It's a 1.5 gigahertz octa-core processor, and I love that it's octa-core, not quad-core. And that makes such a big difference between this phone and the Moto E4 Plus, which that one had a quad core. And you can tell, especially with the games that you're trying to play. So this one right here, Iron Blade, is a real intensive, how could I say this? Graphic intensive game. So as by Gameloft, you already know all those games have really good graphics, and if you have a sucky processor, it's not going to do the best. It's going to lag up a lot. This game lags a little bit, but hey, that 1.5 gigahertz octa-core processor definitely pushes the limits. This game definitely pushes that limit, you know. Quad core, good luck trying to play that, you know. So let this just load real quick, but check out those graphics, guys. Dang. There we go. So that's just some playing. Of course, it can handle even better games or smaller games if you're gonna go with that. It definitely can handle Mortal Kombat X. I tried Iron Blade as well. Like I said, if you can play this game on your phone, then it's a real good processor. And Into the Dead 2. Now you might be saying, okay, what's the benchmark? I'm gonna show you the benchmark test on there. So I actually did this so it doesn't take up a bunch of time. And this is a screenshot I took this morning. So a single core is 604, and then the multi-core score was a 2175, guys. I think like a Galaxy 7 was like 4,000 something, so it's about half of that power. Overall, it's a decent phone. Now, let's get to some of the things that you can right away notice on this phone and that I didn't like. The screen resolution is not the best on this phone. It's rated at 720 HD. But guys, that's one thing that I don't like about this phone. Like I said, it just, the icons, everything looks kind of washed out. It looks a little bit grainy. The colors on this is not as vibrant. Same thing. Now, if you want to compare phones, this one compared to that Motorola E4 Plus, that had a way better screen. It looked such better, you know, just vibrant colors overall. This one just looks a little bit more dull for some reason. And I think most of the LGs have that issue. Even the newer ones like the LG Stylo 2 had that issue, and the Stylo 3, and now the LG X Charge. I'm just hoping they would, you know, change their screens. You know, just better resolution overall, guys. It's not that it's pixelated, it's just the colors on it, and it just looks so dull and dark. Even with the brightness at 73%, same thing like I say with my Stylo 2, I always have to have the brightness up about 73. Compared to other phones, you can be fine at like 50% and the screen would be really nice and bright. So come on, LG, you know, get with the program. So apart from that, another thing is we want to test out the speaker. At first, for some reason, I had issues. So for some reason, I was having, like I said, just issues like this. It just didn't sound as loud as it should. Now, that's another thing that a lot of people, like I said, compare this phone with the Moto E4. The Moto E4 had the speaker in the front, so that's definitely a difference. While this one has the speaker in the back, you know. So let's go ahead and hear that. But overall, once you max it all the way up, it does sound a little bit better. And I like the phone kind of like vibrates a little bit. So overall, it does sound a little bit better. But for some reason, when you're watching some videos, it doesn't sound as loud. But as you can see, just make sure you turn up all the way and you'll be all right. So that's definitely something cool about that. So we got gaming down and everything else. Calling. Now the big thing that you guys are knowing this phone for is, of course, the big battery. You might be saying, well, you haven't talked anything about the battery. What's the issue with that? So guys, we have a 4,500 milliamp battery in this phone. I must say it does last quite a bit. The charge doesn't drain as quick as other phones. I've actually left this phone alone on standby for about 2-3 days. And wow, the battery barely drained a couple percent. So that's good. I've watched videos on it. Of course, watching videos drains the battery a little bit quicker, which it did. But overall, it will last you all day. Now, the one drawback, which I think it's kind of false advertising, it says on the box especially, you can see here, let me see, it says 4,500 milliamp battery with fast charging. fast charging my butt. It does not fast charge whatsoever. It takes forever for this phone to charge, especially when it's drained all the way to 0%. I tried the original LG charger that comes with it and even a Samsung quick charge, and both were, actually the Samsung charged it a little bit quicker, but overall it does not charge that quick. I've actually have the Samsung Galaxy 7 Edge and the Motorola Z Force 2, and those charge a lot quicker, especially that Z Force 2. So if you're gonna say you have quick charge, fast charge, it better be fast, you know, Jesus. So that's one drawback, another drawback about this phone, but overall, for the price, it's not bad, especially with that big battery lasting a long time. And hey, you know, this one's supposed to be the LG X Power 2, so hey. But overall, you cannot remove the battery on it, so don't even try. You have your rear speaker back here, and that's about it. The Facebook and all those apps do fine. There's not an issue with that. Gaming's perfect. If you're listening to music, it's not bad. The camera is another drawback that I said, that it's not the best, but overall it does fine. So anything that you drop on this phone, it will be fine. So it's 16 gigabytes of internal memory, as I was saying earlier. So let's see, this says storage. So there you go. And I don't know how I use, well, games, I guess, yeah, apps. There you go. Okay, so so there you go. As you can see, 16 gigabytes. I've used already basically all of it, which is crazy since I've barely used anything, but it is, of course, apps. So you get about, what, 10 gigabytes on this. Most of it I've used about 6 gigs. So you get 16, you get about 9 to use just from the games that I've downloaded and the videos that I've made. But overall, guys, that is it. So would I recommend this phone? Yes, I actually, guys, this phone is priced at about $150 on, I think, Boost Mobile's website from the last time I checked. I actually managed to get this phone at Walmart for $100, guys. $100, that's not bad. I can live with that. $100 for this phone, like I said, is perfect, especially for that budget. Budget, definitely. So yeah, guys, that's my little quick review on this phone. Hopefully you liked it.